Israel, first and foremost, let give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Shapal from the Jamaica camp with a quick lesson. Now, this lesson is based upon the Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, judgment. Right? And it will come by the way of thermonuclear destruction before the Lord appears, with his army, right? And adding his portion of fire, right? Now, when we see all of these things happening in the news, where you have Russia, America, NATO on a whole, showcasing their power in terms of nuclear capabilities, right? And what these nuclear bombs can do, it's pretty devastating. But the main thing, what we need to understand is all goes back to the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. All the will, the technology, and the built up of Esau Edom to where the Most High and the Son alone can take down this man. We'll show you the capabilities what these men have right now, but the gift or the blessing, right, which is a sword, is upon these men. In scripture say what? Since there was not hated blood, right, then blood shall pursue thee. Right? Speaking about Esau Edom, right? And the sword is his blessing, man, and the Lord are going to use that blessing for devour Esau Edom, right, and make his cities wilderness. But let's show you that war basically is not a pretty sight, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right, is the one that is in control and orchestrated. It's a very scary thing, man. It's a very scary thing, right? When you look on the destruction that these weapons can do, crazy destruction. So we're going to show you some clippings, but first let me bring out two scripture, right, that shows that, look, there's no power greater than the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right, this is Isaiah 54 and verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. Right? See, so the Lord said, create the smith. Who is the smith? Right? A Asian smith is one that build weaponry. Sword, spears, arrows, right, that blow the coal in the fire, forge is a weapon, to create destruction, right, death. Okay, so the modern day smith is a scientist, right, chiefly J. Oppenheimer, right, father of the atomic bomb. You understand? So the Lord had put his wisdom in these men's mind to create such weapons to bring forth, right, his destruction, because this is the Lord's judgment and no one else, right? And the scripture say what? Let me read that again. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. For I have created the waster to destroy, man. Right? Next scripture I want to get. Let's get this one. He said, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolling blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right? Come. Let me get some clippings just to show you what we're talking about. man. So a lot of people can't believe that, I would not believe that these things are written in scriptures. You know, speaking about this war shall be with what, burning and fuel of fire. You know what I mean? A lot of people can sum that up to what it really talking about, man. And we know that the understanding was given to a few. You know what I mean? But this is what it's talking about, man. This war we're just speaking about, right? Which we're entering into a third world war. Scripture that is no longer going to be the ancient we are fighting, which is garments rolling blood and all of that. But it's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. And this is what's going to bring that destruction. One of these, right, drop in America, it is crazy devastation, much less hundreds of war hitting the land of America, man. Right? Because scriptures speak about Babylon, Mystery Babylon, right? A place which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is America, is going to get obliterated off of the face of the earth. And we're living in that time where we see them going against Russia, you know what I mean? And China is at the head of Russia. You know, you have China joining other nations, right? And these bigger superpowers such as Russia, right? The scripture telling Ezekiel that Russia is going to be a guard unto a lot of all these weaker nations, right? Seeing? Speaking about Gog and Magog, right? Now, China also, right, is seen as a guard unto a lot of all of these nations, and these bigger nations are harming, right, selling armaments to these younger or these smaller nations, man, right, to help them superpower because they have one common enemy, which is America. Now, America is mobilizing with NATO also. All of this, the Lord of hosts, as the scripture says, mustered the hosts at the battle. See? The Lord is the one doing this thing, man, but it's devastating, right? The destruction that these things bring. Just imagine, right? And this is Russia right here, you know, testing their hypersonic missile. Just imagine these launch, man. Go up into the air, split, open, right? Come down back and you have the warheads separate and drop all over the cities of America, man. It's a crazy disaster, right? Let me show you another clip.
Be a city in Ukraine. Marinka is, or was, a city near Donetsk in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. It used to be home to around 10,000 people. It's been contested by Ukrainian forces and Russian-backed paramilitaries since war broke out in the region in 2014. But new photos and footage show that the city has been practically wiped off the map since Russia launched its full invasion of Ukraine last year. The city is completely destroyed, said Artem Shus, Marinka's police chief. Completely.
War, man, right? And we're not saying that, look, we're not on the side of Russia, nor are we on the side of America. You know what I mean? We have the side of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which proclaimed judgment upon Esau Edom, right? The Russians are Edomites also, right? On a whole, you know what I mean? This is a destruction. However, the destruction are going to be greater than this because here you have building. The scripture say what? Nothing going to left in America, man, right? So let's just get some more scriptures on this, all right? Let's just get, a matter of fact, I don't want to get that one as yet. Let me get this one. So it's this is Joel 2 and verse 3. It says, a fire devoured before them. Right. So it's a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burn it. Right. Speaking about the missiles, man. Right. Right. And the thrusters that boost them, as you can see in the clip a while ago when you see it come out of the that truck. You know what I mean? You see the fire, right, blazing behind it, right, and guiding it, right. He said the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, right? Before the missile hit, it was like a Garden of Eden, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them, right? But once it's hit, right, and the scripture say all those things are going to hit them target, man. It's going to become 100% desert, desolate. Okay? That's what the Lord had prescribed, man. And it's a scary thing to see what these things can do, as I said before. But that's a judgment of the Lord. That's a fear of the Lord. Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Let's go verse 5 and a couple verses down. It say, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses and as horsemen, and they shall, so shall they run, like the noise of a chariot. Right? On the top of the mountain shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as strong people set in battle array. Right? And so for their faces, before their faces, the people shall be much pain. Right? All faces shall get a blackness. Right? They shall run like mighty men, and shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one in his way, and they shall not break their rank, meaning every single thing is gonna hit. Right? Everything is gonna hit, man. Right? And that's the point that I wanted to get. Let me get this scripture. Matter of fact, just to further the point, I think I'll get something from the Apocrypha. Right, before we close off. I shall not hit, just a moment. Right. So the scripture say, 2 Ezra 16 verse 1. Start of verse 1, but we're gonna just jump to the point with the interest of time. So it's a woe, 2 Ezra 16 verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Right? I know Babylon, you know what I mean, today, as I said before, America, spiritually, Babylon, Sodom, Egypt. Right? Asia, China is also on the continent of Asia. So hey, I say gird up yourselves with cloth of salves and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your desolation is at hand. Right? See, that's where it is sent unto you, and who may turn it back? Right? So let's get the point of verse 13. It says, for strong is the right hand of him that bendeth the bow. Strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. Right? His arrow that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when it begin to shoot, right, into the hands of the world. Now this is not speaking about a literal arrow, right? Because one arrow cannot be shot from one end of the earth to the other. It's speaking about these ICBM missiles. If you notice how them design is like an arrow, right? Right, and it's the Lord, man. The Lord, right, is using an analogy of a weapon of an archer, strong archer, right? So the Lord is the one that pulling the strings, you know what I mean, so to speak, in the minds of Esau, Edom, right? And just like a arrow, you know, it's been shot to the four corners of the earth, man, and no one can stop it, none of them, right? So these men are doing the will of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. We got another scripture. This is Joel 3 and verse 19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, right? And Edom, as you say, spiritually Sodom and Egypt and America, right? And Edom shall be desolate, shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land, right? But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem for generation to generation, and I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, saith the Lord. It's like for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. Right. So the Lord will be with us, man, after, you know, taking down these wicked Edomites. Right? So it's a scary thing, man, but trust me, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, He's bringing this judgment. And the thing with us, we know. And that's the reason why we welcome it. Right? So with that one, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Have honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.